you died. I'm quite sure this is from one of my aunts in Chicago. It turns out there is such a thing as bad publicity. I'm Kathy Griffin, and I never learned my lesson. Put ketchup on it. Let's be very
So much
clear.
energy. Comedian Kathy Griffin has a new movie about her life, especially about that one part of her life. Yeah, you remember that controversy involving President Trump? Kathy is here with us, getting ready for a big show coming up this Saturday in downtown LA. The movie's showing at the film festival.
I'm so excited. Okay, so the movie is called Kathy Griffin, A Hell of a Story, and it's available right now. You can see these platforms on my subtle t-shirt billboard, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play. And yet, I'm still being invited to film festivals. So this Saturday, I'm doing the Downtown LA Film Festival at DTLAFF on Twitter, and it's going to be at the Regal at LA Live. So I'm going to screen the film. I'm going to attend. I love watching people's reactions, by the way. I really enjoy that. So these other people that are like, no, I would never stand in the theater of my own film. I would every day if I could. And then afterwards, we do an in conversation, which is what they do in the movie business. And so I got my good pal Aubrey Plaza to be the moderator, which I think will be really fun because I've done several of these in conversations. I did one with Michael Moore, one with Tina Brown, one with Kara Swisher, one with a great ACLU attorney, one with Ted Boutros at the Paley Center. So it's great. I'm going all over the country with this film. And
Let's talk about the film, because this centers
it's a
around
comedy.
Centers around that moment about 2.5 years ago, right?
2.5 years.
You held up. Was it? What
was
was
a
it?
Halloween mask.
Okay, it was a
and
mask.
I had to put one of my
and it was
wig heads
of
in
President
it.
Trump.
Yes, yes, and it had ketchup all over it. And
it looked like a severed head, is what everybody said.
Well, I would not agree with that because I would find that implausible. But the more implausible leap is when it became breaking news, and even like the big networks saying that not only had I severed the president's head, which I'm not a surgeon, I'm not sure how that worked out, but that I had joined ISIS. Now, I can laugh about it now, but I don't think I'm the prototype of the ISIS recruitment video.
But people were offended, people were concerned. The federal government invested you, right?
Yes.
The Secret Service came after you.
And so the reason I want people to see this film is whether you like me or not, or like the picture or not, it's actually a historic story. Never in the history of this great country has a sitting United States president used the full power of the Oval Office and the Department of Justice to put a private citizen under this investigation, much less a 58-year-old female comedian. And I was on the no-fly list. I was put under an open investigation by two federal agencies, the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Secret Service, and they were considering charging me with the crime of conspiracy to assassinate the President of the United States. So I made this movie because I thought, I have to tell this story, it's necessary. So the first third is documentary, which my boyfriend and I took on our phones. I mean, this is real.
Low budget.
Low budget, but you get those real moments in real time. So the first third is very, as I call, gritty, crying, no makeup Kathy. And the second 2/3 are like a comedy concert film. And I've done 23 stand-up comedy specials. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records. I have 2 Emmys and a Grammy. And to have everything go away like that in a matter of hours.
Let me ask you, when you said everything went away, at that moment, or in the moments after you posted it, did you regret it?
No. Oh, well, I did an apology video because my pal Rosie O'Donnell, who's been trolled by Trump, forever, like, ridiculous. And she said that they had made a connection and that they had circulated this photo, as we now know is common in sort of the Trump memosphere, right? In fact, last Monday, the reason this keeps getting ginned up again is the photo was released of Trump doing the, I thought, very frightening and violent mass shooting in a church. And the grand finale was the murder of Kathy Griffin and Hillary Clinton. So that was just dropped, as they say, last Monday, even though they made it a year ago. So, it's going to be on my tombstone. I get it. And yet when I did the tour, the world tour, because I had to tour overseas first, I knew I couldn't work here in the States. I was then put on the Interpol list, which means I was detained at every single airport, like a terrorist. So, yet the tour did really well. I grossed $4.4 million on the tour, and yet I still am blacklisted in Hollywood, which is crazy because I've made them all so much money over the years doing commercials and TV shows and winning awards and all this other stuff. So it's definitely a story I think is relatable to people, meaning we've all had ups and downs in our lives, obviously. But number one, I don't want anyone to think that the federal government should be deciding what TV shows you watch or don't watch. I don't want anyone deciding whether or not an average citizen is unemployable or uninsurable, stuff like that. And also, I was learning so much while I was doing it. I had to learn what the Interpol list was. I had to learn what the Five Eyes list was. I had to learn what to do in detention. And I was interrogated under oath by the feds.
It's
I didn't
all
just like get
in
a phone
the
call.
movie so much.
Yes.
The career went away, and now it's back.
It's
Kathy
back.
Griffin, thank you so
Saturday
much.
night, downtown LA Film Festival. See you
At the
there.
Regal Live.
Yes.
All right. Again, Kathy Griffin's new movie is out on demand. You can see her this Saturday at the Regal downtown. For details, just go to our website. It is kcal9.com.